welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from forefield. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. He's going to have a Lions first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's four-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. but this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He's got his man complete. That's to Sloan. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
That's another Lions. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
That's another Detroit Lions.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
On first and 10, here's Goff. Right side, that's Laporta, the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3 at the 4-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Gibbs. Touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers, nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Whoa! So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He's got his man complete to Johnson. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Baker gonna hand it to White. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
What can they do here on third down and 7? In motion now, it's Miller. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Lions offense going to take over now for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 12.
To throw is Goff. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up fourth down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by White, and he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Baker gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll try to run for it. Here's White. He will not be able to get to the end. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
A loss of 3 yards brings up fourth down.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. It's Riley Dixon coming on now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Raymond going to return it, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 35, here's second down and a yard. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On second down, it's Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
We'll go right back to Laporta. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Hassan Reddick there to make the play.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup with 5, but it will keep the drive going.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This one's going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Jack Fox now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion now, it's Miller. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Catch made, right side. It's Johnson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
One of the tight ends motions right. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
So from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Here's Mayfield. Forced out left. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Tampa Bay. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
A throw on the move is caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he will keep the drive moving, gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end and they're able to pick up the 1st down. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Now, Goff. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
16 yards.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Bates for the extra point. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bucs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here. They try to get things started offensively. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. And let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
Looking downfield for Otten. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Two first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. It's Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime.
At their 48-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Mayfield to throw. That's caught left side by Otten. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. They'll set up the screen to White. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Buccaneers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On the ground, this is White, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
2nd and 10. Another run here with White. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On first down, it's White, and that'll be a pickup of 3. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mayfield. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down. after a gain of 7.
Buccaneer first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outs numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's White. Finds an alley to the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
21 yards.
A gain there of 21. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll go again with White. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Buccaneers.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
On 1st down is Mayfield. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
2nd down throw from Mayfield. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6?
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs are on the board. It's now 13-7.
13. Buccaneers 7.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That's over the middle, caught by Tesla. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On 1st down, it's Goff. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. That's Todd Bowles disagrees with that call, and he's thrown the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Gibbs, and he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Goff to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing, Goff. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The Lions will punt this ball away. And this will not be returnable, as this kick will go out of bounds. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. The give to White. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
They run with White. And let's give them about 4 on that one. Tyreek Williams, 1st rounder out of Ohio State. They're on the tackle.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, they need 5. Throwing is Baker. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
Third and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, Baker. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Open man is Johnson. He's got it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. The motion man is Johnson. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
third down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to cut the deficit in half. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Big points there. They are back within 3 here in the 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. He'll step up and run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll go play action with Goff. He's into space past the 25. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2nd down and 8. To throw is Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's Gibbs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Laporta in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing here is Goff. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Isaac to Sloan. Touchdown, Lions. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. That one is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Swing this one out to White. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. In motion now, it's Miller. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage.
I'd say one one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll go. Mayfield. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Mayfield to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Baker gonna hand it to White. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. White. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Here comes 2nd down. They motion the slot man left. They'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He'll let one go down the middle. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
The Lions offense ready to get back at it. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. First and 10 now from the 36. Laporta in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Timeout here in Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. Buck shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second and 7. On play action, Goff. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man is the tight end right. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.